Hey, good day. Melissa and Glenn coming to you from the RAIN team.
That's right.
And subscribe to our channel. It's called The Real Estate Pastor. That would be me. Because I pastored for 40 years in our community, I know the community really well. And I've always done real estate and always wanted to be a part of it. And I just have so much fun, and our team just has so much fun bringing people the joy that they have in buying or selling a house or their commercial or whatever. We have people licensed in Oregon also that can help you out over there. But first off, you have to subscribe to our channel.
Yep.
When you subscribe, it just makes things come up, and it gives us some more views and different things like that. We are sitting, Melissa, where are we sitting right now?
We are sitting at Lacamas Regional Park and Trails.
It is the most beautiful spot. You know, when I was a kid, we used to have boats right here. Let me show you. We'll turn this around.
I think you have to turn the whole thing around.
Turn this around. Okay. Here's the lake right here. And
it's Round Lake.
When I was a kid, we would swim right here and jump off. This is a new bridge, but there's a bridge right here. When I would swim back there. And so I've been in this area for a lot of years, hanging out and doing a lot of things here in this area. So very familiar with Clark County. You know, every nook and cranny of Clark County. We're qualified to help you out in your real estate needs.
That's right.
Today we want to talk to you about trails.
Yes.
I don't know, would we call it the top 5 trails or what?
Yeah, I think that probably the most popular, 5 most popular trails, which is interesting because the list that I have doesn't actually include these trails, but I know without a doubt.
This is the number 1 for me.
This is number 1. This is
in
where
my
we
book.
walk. Like we literally walk these trails often.
Teresa and I, my wife and I would come down here and walk too, and walk our dogs down here and so on and so forth. So. Yeah. But what are the most popular trails in Clark County that they give us?
Stay tuned to hear some of the best trails in Clark County. So we're going to start with Columbia River Renaissance Trail, and that is a 5-mile trail that starts right at downtown Vancouver, and actually now it's incorporated the waterfront.
Oh, wonderful.
So the new waterfront, they're working on getting that trail. So right now they've got a portion of that trail is the city, is I believe Columbia Boulevard. There's a part of that you have to walk, and then it comes back around down by the waterfront.
Go by Beach's restaurant there?
Yes, that's exactly right. So it goes all the way down there. In fact, it goes all the way down to Tidewater Cove.
Oh wow, that's way down.
There's a new restaurant that's down there called the Cove.
Now listen to this though, down in that area. During World War II, I have trouble believing this statistic, but during World War II, you can still see slips down there as you're walking down there.
Yeah.
But during World War II, this is still hard for me to believe, but right here in Vancouver, Washington, the Kaiser Company produced 1 ship every single day during World War II.
Wow.
1 ship a day. They had 40,000 people employed down on the waterfront there. And now there's walking trails that you can enjoy and see that area down there.
Yeah,
so pretty incredible.
One of the most important things in Vancouver for many years besides the mills, right?
It was. I mean, for years.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of little homes up on what we call the Heights area above there. They built these little cracker box homes. Kaiser built those. They're all, they're all kind of neat homes. Now they're small, like 800 square foot homes. But Kaiser built all those for his workers back then.
They're considered historic.
They are. They're historic homes up there. But 40,000 people and 1 ship every single day. I'm sure it wasn't destroyers and things like that, but minesweepers and different things like that they did down there. It's incredible. It's just incredible what they have down there.
So one of the great things that Clark County is working on doing is taking and turning, so there's a great new waterfront down here in Kamis-Washougal also. Great trails to walk on, new trails. So many of them are new. But what they're wanting to do is they're wanting to take and have a complete waterfront from the brand new waterfront downtown Vancouver to the waterfrent downtown downtown Washougal and Kamis.
That would be incredible.
That's their goal.
If they get that done, that would be, because you'd go under the 205 bridge.
Yes.
And when you go under the 205 bridge, it looks like something prehistoric. I mean, like something out of a sci-fi movie, because the massive beams and things like that it looks down.
So glad you brought that up. because it actually has some existing trails down there, and they're called the Evergreen Highway Trail.
Oh, the Evergreen Highway Trail.
Yep.
Evergreen Highway is a
will
great
actually be
spot.
part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the Evergreen Highway Trails, actually, the trailhead starts at Columbia Springs Education Center. And that used to be, I don't know if you remember, there was are they called fisheries?
No,
Hatchery.
fish hatcheries. There is a fish hatchery down on Evergreen Boulevard.
That's
there,
actually
Evergreen
now
Highway.
the Columbia Springs Educational Center. So environmental educational center. But that's where the trailhead starts, and it actually has several miles of trails right down there. In fact, there's 4. And they're ranging from anywhere from like 0.2 miles to right about a mile. But the goal is over time to connect all of these trails and make them one trail all the way down.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And there's also homes down there. There's a place called Steamboat Landing, which is a gated community back then, or now. And you can have your own boat ramp, boat launch down there, and boat dock, and different things like that. And I'm not sure houses come for sale that often in there, but if you're interested in waterfront, man, contact us and we'll keep you on our list to try to get into that spot.
I've showed homes down there and I love doing it. I love it.
It's great.
Okay, so the next one that we're going to share with you is near and dear to our heart because it's connected right down here to where we are in Camas, Washougal, and that is the Steigerwald Lake National Refuge. And it is 1,049 acres of beauty and trails. Yeah. And that's it.
And you can go down, you can go, sorry, I didn't, but there, you can go down there and you can see thousands of geese and snow geese and things like that anytime during the year. Just amazing wildlife down there. You'll see that. And the Columbia River view, obviously.
Yeah,
right
and
too.
they just recently restored and built a ton of new trails.
Yeah.
So they have a wildlife art walk down there. It is so cool. It's like they'll take metal and they'll turn it into, there's cranes down there. There's obviously, I mean, there's all kinds of things, but they have taken and made a wildlife art walk.
Amazing.
So it's pretty fun. We see wildlife down there all the time when we go walking, and it's connected to the Captain William Regional Park.
Right.
So those trails go all the way down to, I think they start at Steamboat Landing is where they start.
Wow.
Oh, but now they even have at Steamboat Landing, they've made new trails that go in towards the port. So that again, like we talked about before, they're all going to connect over time. The refuge has semi-permanent wetland. In other words, sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's wet, and it depends on how much rain we have in the northwest. And
it doesn't rain in the northwest, does it?
But lots of trails there. So there's the Wildlife Art Trail, there's the Mountain View Trail, and then there's the Refuge River Trail. So lots of places to walk down there. And then the last one is the Discovery Historic Loop. And that goes around the fort down in Vancouver.
Wow.
And you can
Fort
actually
Vancouver.
walk around. Yep, you can walk down on, I think it's Grant, that has all the old Officers Row.
Officers Row, which Ulysses S. Grant was down there in different places like that. Beautiful
Walking
historic
trails.
site.
Yes.
Beautiful historic
Yep,
site.
and
down
you
there.
can see the airfield from there. All kinds of things that you can do on that particular loop. And that is a 2.9-mile loop that goes around the fort and down into the area, and also kind of incorporates part of that Columbia River Renaissance Trail as well. So they all kind of connect, and over time they will all connect. But this is one of the best places in the Pacific Northwest to hike and hit the trails.
Really thought out well. I mean, with all the trails and different things like that. And there's, bike places and different things. You can bike on I think every trail we mentioned, you can bike on also.
Yeah.
And the trails are wide. All these trails are wide enough where you're not competing with bikes and having to get out of the way, things like that. Yeah. Trail right here.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys can see this trail.
You've probably seen people walking behind us.
Yeah.
They're so well maintained.
Yeah, so well maintained by the city of Camas and Vancouver and different places. But we just wanted to share with you just some thoughts. But if you have any real estate needs, we'd love to help you out and be a part of your life. And what's neat about our clients is most of our clients, I would say almost 100% of them, become our friends.
It's true.
And we invest in their lives and their families and different things, and they become our friends. And so we'd love for you to become a part of what we're doing.
Yeah.
So if we can help you out in any way, please don't hesitate to call. In the comments is Melissa's number and my number. You can text us, call us.
Yep.
And we're one of those few agents that will actually call you back as soon as we get your text.
We answer the phone.
That should be our theme, is we answer the phone.
Right.
Subscribe to our channel, guys.
Yeah.
Have a
Have a great day.
fantastic day.